Let us move on to our next presenter for the session this afternoon. She is an assistant professor who teaches both graduate and undergraduate studies at the Cebu Normal University. She is currently the Director for Information and FM Station Unit of the said university. She has published with the Asia Pacific Journal for Multidisciplinary Research and a panel discussant in literature and popular culture, a resource speaker, a thesis advisor, and dissertation panelist, and a double-blind reviewer for the humanities and social science research. She received the University Presidential Citation Award for Research Publication and is a book writer for junior high school and tertiary level. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome Dr. Trina Katipay.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. So I am Trina Marie Katipay from Cebu Normal University. And this morning, Dr. Alegre's talk about Cebuano creativity, indigenization, has something to do with the teaching module that I created and crafted few years ago, which is also related or can really it's also related to what I have in my backyard and how my ancestors introduced food to us. So everyone, good afternoon, and my module is entitled Sinudlang Siyakoy infused with tuba or coconut wine, an introduction to traditional Cebuano pastry with a modern twist. So Cebu is not only known for its beautiful beaches and rich cultural heritage, but also for its mouth-watering pastries, and we always agree with that. The richness and sweetness of each pastries is deeply rooted into the history and life of the Cebuanos that shaped their local culinary scenes and left a lasting impact on every Cebuano people and visitors. With advancement of the world and introducing new flavors to the palate of the Cebuanos, these traditional pastries have also undergone modern twists that caters to the modern and evolving Cebuano palate and flavors. Cebuano traditional pastries have a rich historical background from the first Spanish colonizers who taught us their ways in baking and incorporating to our traditional materials available, which binds the Spanish Cebuano culinary tradition. Traditional pastries like siyakoy, which is originally composed of different traditional ways and ingredients in Cebuano, holds an important part in cultural and social life. They are not merely desserts or merienda, but they symbolizes celebration and togetherness, since making of siyakoy is always community to us in Pinamungahan, Aloginsan, and Karkar. So, sorry. These pastries are prepared full of love for special occasions, especially birthdays, fiestas, or modawat og birhen sa kadlawon. So, it fosters togetherness, reinforcing strong bond of family and friendship, and encourages sense of community among neighbors, which is commonly served in community. As such, Cebu's popularity in pastries has contributed to the province's reputation as a culinary destination of the Philippines, attracting more tourists, both local and international. But due to modernization and different products introduced in the market, Cebu's pastries went through modern transformation to cater the changing palate and preferences of the present generation. Bakers and chefs across the country have introduced different innovative flavors and more creative visual presentations, but not forgetting the traditional recipes. Therefore, modern chefs have infused traditions to modern twists. Some known Cebuano pastries like otap, Resquillos, Bocarillo are now available in a variety of flavors and colors compared to its original and plain flavor. And siyakoy, which is commonly known as fried donut, is not exempted in this modern twist. Some siyakoys have palaman, or known as sinudlan, from a variety of local fruits or products like coconut strip, ubi, mango, chocolates, or cocoa, and more. These modern adaptations have somehow given Cebuano pastries a new life, appealing and answering to a wider audience while preserving the essence of the traditional treats. Therefore, this module will rediscover the rich Cebuano ingredients in siyakoy with a modern touch of innovation, but especially infusing tuba, replacing yeast. The learning competencies of this module are taken from the MMLCs of the subject Home Economics Specialization in Bread and Pastry Production, NC2, Junior High School K-12 Curriculum Guide. Siyakoy holds a significant cultural significance that continues to captivate the taste buds of locals and foreign visitors, ensuring that Cebuano pastry remains a delightful and evolving part of the province culinary landscape. Therefore, at the end of this module, that students are expected to learn the following competencies: be knowledgeable in both traditional and modern ways of baking siyakoy, the use of yeast and tuba, create new ways in making different flavors of sinudlan from different places, and knowledge in incorporating tuba in making siyakoy. And to start the lesson, I have placed here a 4 picks 1 word, where the objective of the game is to guess the common words that connects the 4 given pictures related to the topic, which is the procedure in making siyakoy na sinudlan. So, I have some examples there. Since it's junior high school kasi, so as much as possible, the activities are basic ed. So, yeah, so that's some of the example. Now, let's explore the tuba-infused siyakoy with bukayo filling. Okay, so actually, the bukayo that we always kanang see in the market, di katong gahi, the hard one. But my lola would always tell me that there is a trick nga dili siya in infusing. You need to make sure that you choose the right lubi in infusing in making a palaman para sa siyakoy ug sa tuba. Kay kuan mo gud siya kanang tricky siya inighimo niya. Kay lahi ang mo dominate ang tuba, but at the same time, how can you make sure that the bukayo kay dili siya matabunan? So it would be a mix of two mura siyang flavor. So the Philippines has a rich tradition of using tuba, a coconut sap-based alcohol beverage in both culinary and cultural context. While traditionally consumed as a beverage para sa inuman and used in cooking, tuba has found a new avenue of expression in pastry like siyakoy in some of the provinces of Cebu, especially in Pinamungahan, Karkar, and Aluginsan. They use, by the way, the tuba as a replacement of yeast, because I think it was during World War II that there was no supply of yeast anymore, so they used the tuba. Siyakoy is a Filipino deep-fried pastry made from dough, typically using water as a liquid component. However, contemporary culinary enthusiasts have embraced innovation by incorporating tuba into the siyakoy recipe and bringing the dead culinary art of some areas in Pinamungahan into life again. And as a matter of fact, I used to make this kind of siyakoy at home. Okay, so this infusion of tuba into siyakoy offers a unique twist on a classic pastry. The use of tuba introduces a distinctive flavor profile characterized by subtle coconut notes and the tanginess of the fermentation. Beyond flavor, tuba's natural yeast and enzymes can impact the dough's texture and the rise, adding complexity to the pastry's overall experience. If you can taste it, mura siya og Bisaya nga pan, nga at the same time siyakoy gihapon siya kay humok siya. And humot siya. So this modern approach to siyakoy speaks to the evolving culinary landscape where traditional ingredients are reimagined in innovative ways by infusing tuba into siyakoy. Filipino chefs and home cooks pay homage to cultural heritage while embracing contemporary flavors. And this adaptation bridges the gap between tradition and experimentation and creativity, showcasing the adaptability and creativity of Filipino cuisine. So the discussion will be divided into 2 parts: how to make the bukayo filling preparation and the siyakoy infused with tuba dough preparation. So first, in this part of the discussion, we will talk about how to make bukayo filling first. Because ang bukayo, kay kinahanglan pa siya pabugnawon. Okay, pabugnawon pa siya. Kay para dili siya, inigbutang nimo siya sa dough, dili siya mahilis ang dough or dili maluto ang dough. Kay para inigluto niya, kay dili siya hilaw sa ilawom. So, ingon ana siya. So, a famous coconut sweet that is symbol of Filipino food. We get to the heart of bukayo and see it as an important part of the local sweets. Now, we need to understand and we need to make sure that the choice of lubi or coconut is very important. And it is always noted in our garden, we have a lot of coconut trees in Pinamungahan. So we just get something from our coconut trees. And my uncle would always tell us na kinahanglan mo uyog pa siya. Nga kanang kanang daghag tubig, ya tambilagaw ang ilahang tawag niya. Not too old and not too young na klase sa sa coconut. So the first procedure. Now, the first procedure with this one is how to select a coconut. So, choose a coconut that is not too young and not too ripe, which is known as tambilagaw in Binisaya. Make sure that it has plenty of water, but at the same time, dili gahi ang iyahang meat sa ilalom. Then, you need to open the coconut and collect the coconut water because you can use it kay para dili inang-ana kagahi ang imuhang pagluto niya. And scrape the coconut flesh. Then you need to carefully remove coconut flesh without kinagining maapil ang iyahang brown nga color. Or kanang inang-ana, kanang sapal niya or kanang brown nga color sa iyahang kanang inang-ana. So also known as unod from the coconut halves, scrape the flesh into thin strips. Then prepare the pan and add the coconut flesh rather, and add brown sugar. More na siya ka-simple. Duhara jud ka buok. Add brown sugar. Gently mix the scraped coconut and brown sugar together in the pan. Magbula-bula man na siya. Ensure that the sugar is evenly distributed o kayon jud og tarong. But at the same time, you need to watch out sa iyahang heat. Kaya di siya pwede madukot. So, malahi po siya kung madukot, kaya mapait naman hinoon. As you mix the coconut and sugar, the natural juices from the coconut, which is, ang tambilagaw is daghan siya og coconut nga water. So, continue mixing until the mixture becomes slightly moist. Adjust the heat to medium-low and continue stirring the mixture to prevent burning and to ensure even caramelization. Keep stirring and cooking until the coconut mixture becomes thick and sticky, but at the same time chewy. It should start to stick together and turn into a dark shade due to the caramelization of the sugar. Then once the mixture has thickened and the coconut has absorbed the sugar, remove it from the pan and let it cool down slightly. And you can observe nga dili gini siya mugahi. Kay with water man siya. So now we are going to go to the siyakoy infused with tuba preparation. So this is the complete guide. So this is the step-by-step guide to making tuba-infused siyakoy with bukayo filling. Now we'll start with the ingredients. This is very basic. 2 cups all-purpose flour, kanang flour lang. Half cup tuba or coconut wine. 1/4 cup sugar. Half teaspoon salt, oil for frying and bukayo. And if you can notice, there is no yeast and there is no egg here. So, ashay egg. So, there's some of the instructions here. First, you need to prepare the dough in a large mixing bowl. Then add tuba to the dough. Gradually pouring the tuba coconut wine as the liquid component and not the water anymore. Begin mixing the dough using a spatula or your hand. But my auntie would always tell me, lahi ra gyud kung kinamuton siya. So once the tuba is incorporated, turn the mixture into a clean floored surface. Begin kneading the dough by folding it over and pressing with the heel of your hand and continue kneading for 10 to 15 minutes kung mahimo pa. So rest the dough, place the kneaded dough back into the mixing bowl, cover the bowl with a damp cloth to prevent the dough from drying out. Allow the dough to rest about an hour. Then the resting hour would be mutubo na siya. Then you need to shape the siyakoy. So you need to shape the siyakoy, gently punch down the siyakoy to release any trapped air. Divide the siyakoy into small portions and shape them into egg-like shape. Assemble with bukayo filling. So take a portion of egg-like shaped dough and flatten it slightly. I-flat siya sa kamot. Then you put a small amount of katong nabugnaw na cold nga bukayo. Then imuha siyang ibutang sa tunga. Then imuha na pud siyang i-close. So then after that, After filling, so heat the oil in deep pan or pot. Heat enough cooking oil for frying over medium heat. Before, during World War II, they said na they use the oil sa kanang lard o mga inang ana o so lahi sa gyud to siya, kay naamang gyud siya baho sa meat gihapon, so mo to ilang giingon. Then fry the siyakoy, then fry until golden brown, drain and cool, then serve. So at the end of my lesson, I will let at the end of this module, I will let my students try this one. So they will make their own shako infused with tuba, but this time they will prepare their own filling. So their filling must be from their garden, fruit garden, nangka, mango, cocoa, or unsa pa na din ha. So they can really use that and infuse that in the shakoy. So you can see that there's a rubric there. Yeah. So, rubric in preparing a shakoy filling. So, there would be fruit selection, flavor harmony, consistency and texture, presentation, creativity, overall execution. And for the shakoy infused with tuba with different sweet fruit filling. So, there are how the dough was made, the filling, the shape, the frying, and the coating. I think that's all. Thank you.